You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Big Brother fans, we've got some wild updates from the weekend live feeds as all talk is about the renom, and Jimmy offered a shocking deal to get what he wants. Plus, Keanu made a monumental pivot that I actually am loving for him. It's Belinda. Hit subscribe if you're not following. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the one-sided showmance that turned into a no-mance and what heartbroken Houseguest could see Karma coming to offer her some consolation. So we all know that Morgan has been all about Zach for a while, and he's been giving Morgan his time and attention, but platonically, like he just didn't see it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe his own Riz has him blinded. He is gorgeous. And Zach's all about Lauren, who's got her big brother game on her mind. So Zach wanted to clarify things for Morgan, and Ashley actually gave him some tips on how to friend zone Morgan. I'm gonna give you guys an old school reference from a record my mom used to play. She actually had records, the vinyl. So I'm wondering if Ashley told him to slip out the back, Zach, make a new plan, Stan, drop off the Keeley, and get yourself free. If you're not into retro tunes or Paul Simon, Google it. 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. It's a classic. All right. Rachel, Mickey, Ashley, and Will warned Zach that Morgan had claimed him like a USDA stamp on his side of beefcake, and he was stunned. And then Ashley gave Zach some advice since he doesn't want Morgan macking on him because I think he realizes he's giving her false hope, which I do think is kind of decent of him because people tend to play on other people's affections sometimes in the game. So we had Zach telling Morgan, it is not gonna happen. He just didn't feel that way about you. So she told Rachel that she's over it now, but said she bawled her eyes out Friday night after he dropped the boom on her. Rachel was trying to find Morgan a new crush to focus on and suggested Adrian, but Morgan said he is too young for her. Adrian's 23, she's 33. But maybe Morgan will feel better when Karma comes for Zach and he finds out Lauren isn't into him at all and she breaks his heart and then he cries his eyes out even more than Morgan did over her unrequited crush. Now, we do know Zach's a crier. And speaking of the hottest guy in the house, this weekend, instigator Kelley told Lauren that she can play Zach like a fiddle and he'll do whatever she wants. And then Kelley also said that Catherine can do the same thing with Reilly, which we all know because he told her to use him like that, which kind of creeped her out, kind of creeped me out. That is a totally accurate assessment from Kelley, which is kind of fun because she's not very self-aware and has bad reads on her own situation in the house, but she seems to notice things more perceptively about other house guest situations. Lauren is trying to justify putting Ashley up as the replacement nominee, but she also toyed briefly with the idea of Rachel, but Zach seemed to talk her out of that. Morgan pushed really hard to try and convince Lauren to not put up Ashley. And if Lauren does put Ashley up as the renom, well, Keanu told Lauren that she can blame it on him. Now, I'm not sure how that would benefit Lauren, but it would benefit Keanu because he wants people to think that he's running other people's HOHs. So Lauren shouldn't really listen to that. And then on Sunday night, things took a twist on the live feeds because Jimmy pulled a shocking move. He brokered a deal with Lauren that if she would not put up Ashley, then Ashley, Morgan, and Mickey would also give Lauren some safety, keep her off the block. And Jimmy even offered to get Rachel in on that action too. So 4 girls on her side if she keeps Ashley off the block. So if Lauren takes that deal because the Dread Pirate Jimmy talks her into it, it looks like Adrian might hit the block again, which would make Lauren's HOH a three-peat of Jimmy's HOH, the same 3 on the block going into eviction night. So Jimmy wants Kelley out bad, and he wants Adrian on the block to beat her in the BB blockbuster, which is not a bad strategy. Catherine also advised Lauren to not put up Ashley, but we'll see. She may just put up Ashley anyway. For someone who says they're a super fan, Lauren's HOH has been just blah. I think it's that thing where you think if you got a chance to do something because you've been watching it for a while, like you'd be totally fire at it, and it turns out you're all hat, no cattle. That's Lauren with this HOH in week 3. And guess what? Keanu is now a Rachel stan, and Keanu is defending her. Rachel's mist is real. Not only that, but he won a movie night along with his power of veto, and Keanu picked a fun assortment of 3 guests for the Bad Guys 2 screening. He chose Rachel, Jimmy, and Ava for date night. Jimmy dressed up in black with a fabulous necklace, and Rachel put on a really gorgeous emerald green dress and matching gloves for the film. Meanwhile, Keanu is wearing gym clothes, but he did change to green to color coordinate with his new best frenemy, Rachel. I mean, honestly, I think Keanu and Rachel as a secret power pair could actually rock the house, especially if they keep fighting publicly, and it would be insane. But I'm also cheering for Ava and Rachel and their final 2 they nicknamed Double the Fun. Keanu is growing on me slightly, but not on the other BB27 Houseguest. And I just caught up on BB Unlocked today, and I enjoyed it more than I thought for, what's a glorified clip show. The final 3 clip show every season is always pretty much my least favorite episode because it's nothing new. But I do like Derek a lot. Taylor had spark. The guests were fun. It was okay. My favorite part was the extended montage of Zach crying. I have to disagree with Bobby and Taylor and Derek. That was cringe. I mean, it's okay to be in touch with your feelings, but that was a whole other vibe. I didn't cry that much when I gave birth to a 9-pound baby, when I nearly cut my finger off with a hedge trimmer, or when I buried my dad. That was a lot of salty tears out of Zach. Also, we mentioned it in our last video that Vince had promised Will, Kelley, and Keanu that he would use the veto on them if he won it. Just like he's going around making final 2s everywhere, he was making veto promises. And Vince also told Keanu he would throw the comp to him if it was close, if he could, before they knew exactly what it was. And guess what? Vince just threw the HOH comp totally because he promised too many people that he would use the veto on them. So he definitely couldn't afford to win it. He would have been so screwed if he did. So after the comp, Vince was moping around and trying to convince people that he had really tried and how he was totally bummed about not winning it. But then when he was cam talking, he confirmed, yes, indeed, he had thrown it. The feeds went down Sunday night for movie night. They came back up really late, so I'm not going to get into the late night stuff. Lauren's still waffling, but Jimmy did offer a shocking and juicy deal for Lauren. We will see if she takes it or if she stubbornly insists on putting Ashley on the block when so many people don't want her to go that route.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.